Assalamu alaikum. This is Scekomar, and you're listening to Studio Diaries. I really should have recorded this much earlier. It's late at night and I'm tired. This week has been really unforgiving. I got sick halfway through and, just procrastinated tasks that felt overwhelming and then got them done and then just exhausted. But I do need to release something tomorrow. The original plan was to read Rashid Khalidi's book, The 100-Year War on Palestine, and discuss the first chapter today. That was the original plan. I'm in no way or head shape to discuss it. I did listen to the introduction. One thing I realized is that these conversations are so layered. Sometimes you listen to something about in history. There's things I couldn't understand what was the motivation behind it because it's so against my nature. The words colonization and imperialism and all of these big topics confused me because I didn't have a deep understanding of them. So in a way, I felt like I had to go research outside of it. It was very interesting to read how some people at the time, they were concerned more about expanding and colonizing and taking over places. And if I never used to value the aspect of Islam that told us about establishing governments and establishing systems of justice. Like, I never understood the value of it. I was in that lifestyle of like, live and let live, If people want to practice whatever they're practicing, as long as they're not harming me or stopping me from being able to practice, then what is the reason to want to expand other than spreading the message of Islam? Why is it important that Muslims are in leadership? And after reading Theodore Herzl's journals, after reading the mindset of some people and their complete disregard for human life and complete disregard for anyone else's interests other than their own, I really started to understand, whoa, God, I'm sorry. I don't know why I belittled this aspect of understanding governmental leadership. The world is coming into my room today, and it's but I guess this is the behind the scenes. What a day. Anyways, I just started to understand there needs to be a system of justice, and there needs to be people who are fighting for justice. As the air conditioner joins the conversation, I'm gonna end it here. I've been really scared to rest because I don't know why, but I tied it to my worth again. And when I got sick, I was like, oh my God, I have to push through. But my body couldn't. So I ended up knocking out and just taking the day because I physically, when you physically just can't. But I've been scared to rest. And I've also been scared to work at the capacity that I used to work at because burnout was real. But I did something really cool today. I made a decision that made everything feel light. And I don't think I could tell you yet because it has consequences. But that decision freed me. And it just made everything feel less violent. Yeah. I'm going to close today's episode with this. I don't even know what I'm going to close it with. I just said that sentence. I'm going to close it with this. We are people, human beings. We came into this life for a reason. And we sure as heck are going to leave it. So, if we are busy slaving away at the constructs we build for each other, if we're busy slaving away at trying to appease creation, who just like us came here for a reason and will sure as heck leave, then we'll miss the whole point. Every time I look back in my journals, I'm asking the same question. What's the point of this? I find myself over and over again forgetting, what is the point? And when you're in the midst of pain, you're just asking, what's the point? God, what is the point? And I think the point is that we're the only ones asking that question. Everything else just lives. And if we're asking it, there has to be an answer. So every time I start to think, what is the point again? Wait a minute. What's the point of this? I know there's only one place to go back to. And maybe I could just finish with that. Read a little bit of Quran and end it with that. Al-Quran. Today, you guys just came on a roller coaster of my brain today. This is Studio Diaries. It ain't pretty. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء بنيناها بأيد وإنا لموسعون والأرض فرشناها فنعم الماهدون ومن كل شيء خلقنا زوجين لعلكم تذكرون ففروا إلى الله إني لكم منه نذير مبين ولا تجعلوا مع الله إلها آخر إني لكم منه نذير مبين. صدق الله العظيم. Translation: We built the universe with great might, and we are certainly expanding it. As for the earth, we spread it out. How superbly did we smooth it out. And we created pairs of all things, so perhaps you would be mindful. So proclaim, O Prophet, flee to Allah. I am certainly sent by him with a clear warning to you. and do not set up another God with Allah. I am truly sent by Him with a clear warning to you. صدق الله العظيم. This is Scekomar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And you have been listening to Studio Diaries. I will see you in the future episodes, and we will get started and have a deep dive into the book next Thursday, bi-idhnillah, if life doesn't fall apart. And if it does, you'll still find me here with you, just letting you know what's going on. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be with you.